Hey guys, it's Amp here, and just really quick before the video starts, I wanted to let you know about the Discord, where you can find more discussions about Flesh and Blood, more updates on my content and stuff like that, and also just like-minded people to talk to. And also in the description, I'm going to leave a link to the Patreon that I started. Most, if not all, the money right now for this Patreon will be going to a new project that I'm trying to work on, where I'm trying to take all of the lore of Flesh and Blood and actually turn it into basically audiobooks. So all the money's going to be going into any art, editing, and especially voice actors that I need for that project. So if that interests you, go to the links below. Thank you guys so much. So I tried recording a version of this video where I kind of did it talking head style, as much as I can do talking head with being a 2D image, but I found that to be extremely difficult and I did not like it, and I watched it and didn't feel like making that version, so we're doing what I do best, where I over-edit and overthink everything that I'm saying. It was also a 32-minute recording, and I don't think anybody wants to listen to me ramble for that long, so I'm going to try to condense it down here. Hitting on some of the key points, the Sage decks were a massive disappointment, especially stuff like Warrior and Ranger. After looking at what they got compared to some of the quote-unquote better off decks, like Guardian, Mechanologist, and Assassin, you can definitely see that LSS is picking favorites, and I think that they always have. The decks themselves, I think value-wise, are perfect. $20 and you get a pack inside of it. I mean, you have to think about shipping and processing and handling all of this stuff. I don't think that the $20 misses the mark at all. I do think what misses the mark, and what a lot of people are talking about, are the promises, quote-unquote promises, that were made, where they said
to the table 10 Silver Age pre-constructed decks. Tell us a little bit about the Silver Age pre-constructed decks.
These aren't just pre-con decks that our fans may be used to. These are carefully curated competitive decks straight out of the box.
No punches pulled. These are designed to head to a calling, head to the Pro Tour, and compete.
And you could win. You could win one of these.
Which I feel is true. They did not pull any punches, because you can't pull punches when you don't try to throw any punches. I don't think that these decks are competitive right out of the box, and you can kind of really see that when you start looking at all of the spoilers that we got today, or at least today as I'm recording this. I feel like when I post it, it's not going to be the same day anymore because it's almost 11 p.m. already. But the upgrades that are necessary in these decks are just baffling, because it's just extremely obvious that they want us to buy more cards, which I feel like we were going to do anyways, so they could have kind of juiced up these decks a little bit more. So the Sage decks in total are very disappointing. I may still pick them up to have as learn-to-play decks when I go to conventions and stuff. I like to do that a lot, and I used to do it with the Blitz decks, but these will be much easier. But on to the good stuff. Oh my god, all of these new cards. Before we get there, something I have a true gripe about is the reprints of Arcane Barrier that are now just class specific. I think is really stupid, and I hope they hear us all crying about how stupid it is and don't do that anymore, especially when stuff like Mech and Ninja get Arcane Barrier that's just better in some way. And Assassin again. They love Assassin. They love Assassin and Ninja. Those are their favorites, those are their little golden children, and the Warriors and Rangers just get nothing, and then Guardian is in this weird middle ground. But onto the good stuff. The cards are absolutely juiced. I keep looking through, and I keep realizing that I'm missing stuff, because there's just, so many spoilers that got released. And going through some of my favorites here, I'm super excited to see a new Vengeance card, because I love my girl Ira. It's going to be a little interesting to make it work. It seems like a mixture of front pumps, the hero ability, and maybe some attack reactions is what's really going to make this card shine, in my opinion. The Ninja headpiece, the crab one, that thing's just freaking sweet. And I could actually see that getting CC play as well. And all the cards for Acilio, which I'll try to throw up here so I don't ramble on about them for too long. Overall, this set is going to be really, really good. I mean, we knew that. We knew that the set was going to be really good. But LSS is, in my opinion, really dropping the ball with their pre-constructed offerings as of late. Even the Slippy deck was kind of subpar, in my opinion. The Reinhardt deck was laughable, and these Sage decks are just baffling at best. I think the last really good deck that they had was the Pleiades and the Ira decks, and that's not just me picking favorites. Those heroes became my favorites because of those decks. And I know that other players will pick up those decks, hopefully, and learn to love those heroes. But I don't think that these Sage decks, the Reinhardt deck or the Slippy deck, are fall in love with these heroes type decks. And I hope they learn from the backlash that they're going to be getting from this, because I've heard everybody be pretty vocal about this, which is nice. And they can kind of start to steer things in the right direction. Obviously, development time and planning takes more than just a couple of weeks, so I get that we're going to get a couple of bad products before they get good, so they actually have time to react to what everybody's saying. But I am excited about Compendium. I do think that it's going to be a fantastic set. Voltic Veil, Stormwind Sheath, all these new D-Reacts. I am going to try to build a block-heavy Acilio, which I don't think will be very good, but it'll be very fun to try. It just all these little combat tricks that they're now printing that Acilio can use, like, what is it? It's not Second Strike. It's, oh, stuff like Strike Twice. You can strike twice if you hit with a Comet Storm and stuff like that. Or if you hit them with a shock on their turn, you can just leak more damage on their turn and try to perform a poor man's KO and kill them on their turn without Storm Striders, which is, you know, Wizarding 101. Also, my secret love of Levia is getting some pretty sweet cards. Even if it's just the art, I feel like they always go crazy with the Shadow Brute art. And that gauntlet I need an extended art cold foil. That thing looks sick. It looks like an 80s hair metal album art, which is just sick. I can't wait to see what else this set holds. I am very, very excited for the set itself, but just all of the stuff surrounding it has been very disappointing, or at best baffling and confusing. So I hope things get better. It seems like the design team might even be kind of split up between who's designing the cards and who's designing the more physical products, like the precons. And I hope everybody can kind of get on the same page after Compendium and really start making better sets. I'm excited for the Sage deck Chapter 3s and beyond, because I can think they can do some really, really good with that. Also, just another win for LSS. Just getting rid of Chain out of the Sage format, just off the rip, is insanely funny and insanely awesome. So, if you haven't heard about that yet, it's honestly... I don't think I've ever talked to anybody where Chain is their favorite hero. Chain's just been the best hero. So I think that this is a wonderful step to take in the right direction, and gives me a lot of hope for Sage in the future. I just hope that the pre-con products can follow suit. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Remember to check out the Discord and the Patreon if you want to support me. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite card is that's been spoiled, because I know that I have about 7 off the top of my head that I could say right now, but I think I'm going to go Strike Twice. I'm just brewing up so many different ways that I could actually use that card, and I'm super, super excited, so let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one.